Hi, this is Dr. Kerry Johnson. Ever been stalled? Ever had somebody say, let me go think about it, and you never heard from them ever again? Isn't it ridiculous? Have you ever had anybody say before, let me go think about it, I'll call you next week, and then of course the next day or the next week they call you and say, I thought about it, this is perfect for me, I'd love to do it. Well, it doesn't work like that. What usually happens is you chase people until you finally catch them after weeks and weeks and weeks, and they said, I meant to call you, I really don't want to do it. It's ridiculous. You know, let's say your time is worth $200 an hour, which is true, because if you make $100,000 a year, for every hour you're with a prospect or client, you're actually making $200 an hour. So let's also say that you spend 2 hours trying to chase somebody who says, let me go think about it. You've actually taken $400 out of your pocket and just thrown it away because your time is worth that much. My attitude is bad breath is better than no breath at all. I'd rather people say no to me than make me chase them and take $400 out of my pocket and waste my time. And when you finally catch up to them, the stall is just no after a few weeks later. You want to fix that forever? I call it the upfront close. The reason this is so important is because you get people all the time who say, you know, I'm just going to go think about it. Oh yeah, take all the time you want. Because here's what happens every single time, right, Terry? They think about it, they call you in the next day and say, Terry, I thought about it. You're my guy. Let's go for this right now. Happens all the time, doesn't it? Yeah. Isn't bad breath better than no breath at all? Would you rather have people say no to you than make you wait? Your time, I'm going to tell you right now, Terry, I think your time is worth about $300 or $400 an hour when you're talking to a prospect or client. MDRT did a research project in which they discovered that $80,000, $100,000 MDRT producers spend 35% of the time talking to prospects or clients. You ready for this shocker? Top of the table, people who make $800,000 spend 53% of the time talking to prospects and clients. So for an extra 18% of your time talking to people, you make tenfold the amount of money. And if you're chasing somebody to get an answer, it's going to take at least an hour of your time, which is $400 out of your pocket. It's not worth it. Wouldn't you rather be just said no to? Okay, I really believe in this, but I have another way of saying it too. You ready? Listen, if you decide that working with me is the right thing for you, I hope you say, great, let's do it. If you decide our approach is not right, I hope you just say no. What I'd rather you not do, though, is say, give me a few weeks, couple months, I'll get back to you, because that tells me you don't have all the information you need to make an informed decision, and you're not going to hurt my feelings by saying no. Is that okay with you? Be totally direct. I've never had one person in 30 years who ever said, that's a little bit pushy, isn't it? I'm not sure I like your approach. No, they always say, yeah, thanks. Because you've given them the permission to say no to you and tell you exactly how they feel. And women, it's even tougher for you because men want to protect you. They'll probably never tell you things that they really feel, but you want them to. You want them to tell you no, don't you? Here are the words I like you to use. At the very end of a probing appointment or a fact finder, say to that person, listen, if we come up with a solution to your issues or your problems or your concerns, I hope you'll decide to implement it. If we come up with an idea you don't like, I hope you just say no. But what I'd rather you not do is say, give me a couple of weeks, I'll get back to you, maybe next week sometime, because that tells me you don't have all the information you need to make an informed decision, and you are not going to hurt my feelings by saying no. Is that okay with you? Does this work? Every single time. You know, I have a coaching practice in which we promise our clients they'll increase their business by 80% within 8 weeks. I also speak around the world constantly. And before every coaching appointment, I have an agenda, and then I do the upfront close. I typically say there are 5 things I want to do on our appointment today, Mr. Coaching Prospect Candidate. Number 1, I want to look at your level of motivation to achieve on a daily basis. Number 2, I want to look at your marketing. How good are you at what you do? Number 3, how do you market yourself? Number 4, is there a gap between your income now and where you'd like it to be? And number 5, going from where you want to be at $100,000 a year, for example, at $200,000 a year, is all about behavior change. I want to make sure the coaching is right for you. So here's why I do the upfront close. If you decide that coaching is right for you, I hope you say, great, let's do it. If you think the coach is not right, I hope you just say no. But what I'd rather you not do is say, give me a couple of weeks, couple of months. I kind of exaggerate this a little bit for effect, because that tells me you don't have all the information you need to make an informed decision, and you're not going to hurt my feelings by saying no. Is that okay with you? Now, gang, I have been doing what I do for more than 30 years. I've never had one person ever who said to me, you know, that's a little bit pushy, isn't it? I'm not sure I want to make a decision right now. I think I was thinking about doing business with you, but I'm not sure I would do it right now. No, what they usually say is, great, I understand. Or once in a while, maybe 1% of the time, they'll say, I'm really not ready to make a decision. I was just trying to explore things. And I typically say, hey, listen, when you're ready, give me a call back, let's reschedule. I love to talk to people who won't stall me. I don't want to talk to people who are going to waste their time and my time together. So what I need you to start doing from now on, either the very end of a probing appointment or at the beginning of a closing presentation or any presentation, just say to somebody, if we come up with a solution you like, I hope you say, great, let's do it. If we come up with a solution you don't like, I hope you just say no. But what I'd rather you not do is say, give me a few weeks, couple of months, because that tells me you don't have all the information you need to make a good decision, and you are not going to hurt my feelings by saying no. Is that okay with you? Now let's talk about one more thing. Sometimes people will actually say, agree to you, yeah, I understand, I want to make a decision, but then they'll still stall you later on. That's the beauty of the upfront close. Because when they stall you after you made a presentation, even though they committed to you that they would not stall you, just remind them of the commitment. You know you want to take another week, and I totally understand that. But about a week and a half ago, we talked about if you want to say yes, great. If you want to say no, that's fine. So just out of curiosity, what's your biggest concern? That will draw them back in. Part of the problem is that you're so nice, and people don't want to hurt feelings by saying no. They do something worse. They say, let me go think about it, and they make you chase them. Let's stop that forever. Use the upfront close. I promise you, your closing ratio will go up, and you'll spend less time wasting your time with people who just want to stall.